Krishna, welcome all the devotees for today's session on Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. We'll start with recitation of the prayers. Vaidhi Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Nara-nārāyaṇa Ṛṣi Nara-nārāyaṇa Devim Sarasvatī Vyāsam Tato Jayamudyate Nishtaprayashu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavata Yuktam Shloke Bhakti Bhavati Nishtake. Hare Krishna. So today we start with the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 2, Shloka number 3 and 4. यः यः स्वानुभावम् अखिल श्रुति सारम् एकम्
Yaha
आध्यात्मति.
Swanubhavam Akhilam. We'll repeat after you, Mataji. You read and we'll repeat after you.
Yes, yes. यः स्वानुभावम् अखिल श्रुति सारम् एकम्
Yaha Swanubhavam Akhila Shruti Saram Ekam.
आध्यात्मदीपम् अतितीव्रसतम् तमो अनन्दम्
Adhyatmadipam Atiti
Adhyatmalipam
Tirshatam
atitisham
Tamo Andham.
संसारिणं करुणायाः पुराणं गुह्यम्
Samsarinam Karunayaha Puranaguhyam.
तं व्याससुनम् उपायामि गुरुं मुनीनाम्
Tam
tam
Vyasa Sunum
vyasasutam
Upayami Guru
upayami
Muninam.
न- नारायणं नमस्कृतं नरं चैव नरोत्तमम्
Narayanam
narayanam
Namaskritya Naram
namaskritya
Chaiva
naram chaiva
Narottamam.
narottamam
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयम् उदीरयेत्
Devim
devim
Saraswatim
saraswatim
Vyasam
vyasam tato
Tato
jayam
Jayam
udiraye.
Udire. Once again, small. Yasvanubhavam Akhila
Yes, Svanubhavam Akhila
Anubhavam akila
Shruti Saram Ekam.
Shruti
shruti
Saram
ram
Ekam
Atmadipamatihi
Adhyatma
adhyatmadipam atiti
Satam
Tirshatam Tamo Andham.
tirshata
Tirthatam
tamo
Tamo
antam
Antam
Sansarinam Karunayaha
Sansarinam
samsarinam karunayaha
Karunayaha
Purana Guhyam
पुराणागुह्यम्
Purana
purana
Guhyam
guhyam
तं
Samvyasa Sunum
व्याससुनम्
Upayami
tam vyasa sunam
Vyasa Sunam
upayami
Upayami
Gurum Muninam.
गुरुं
gurum
Gurum Muninam
muninam
Narayanam Namaskritya
Narayanam
narayanam
Namaskritya
namaskritya
Naram Cha Eva Narottamam
नरं
naram
Chaiva
chaiva
Narottamam
narottamam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
देवीं
Devim
devim
सरस्वतीं
saraswatim
Saraswatim
vyasam
Vyasam
Tata Jayam Udirayet.
ततः
Tata
जयम्
Jayam
उदीरयेत्
Udirayet.
Hare Krishna.
Can someone repeat words?
Shall I?
Guji.
Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण
Yattvabhanubbhavam akilastutisaram ekam adhyatmadipam aditidirsham tamontantam samsarinam karunayaha purana guhyam tam vyasasunam upayamirum muninam narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tado jayam udhirayet. Hare
Hari
Krishna.
Bol.
Dandot Pranam.
Good Prabhuji. Next.
Yasvanubhavam Akila Sruti Saram Ekam अध्यात्मदीपम् अदिति सतं तमोदं संसारिणां करुणा यः पूर्णगुह्यं तं व्यासतुल्यम् उपयामि गुरुं मुनीनां नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये.
Very
Thank you,
good.
Prabhupada.
Ashish Prabhuji.
य स्वानुभावम् अखिल श्रुतिसारम् एकम् अध्यात्मदीपम् अतितितिर्ष्टानं तमो अंधम् संसारिणां करुणाधय या पुराणगुह्यं तं व्यास सुनुम् उपयामि गुरुं मुनीनां नारायण नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं तथा जयम् उदीरयेत्.
May
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna.
Good May Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji. यः स्वानुभाव भावमखिलश्रुतिसारमेक मध्यात्मदीपमतिति तिर्षतां तमोस्नदम् संसारिणां करुणया पुराणगुह्यं तं व्याससूनुमुपायमि गुरुं मुनीनां नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्.
Mala Mataji, would you like to read once? Hare Krishna. Gaurangi Shakti Mataji, can you read and take over from here, please?
Yes,
You are
yes,
Vedhi
Prabhu.
Mataji. Yes, please.
यः स्वानुभावम् अखिल श्रुतिसारम् एकम् आध्यात्मदीपम् अतितीरसतं तमो अनघम् संसारिणं करुणायाः पुराणागुह्यं तं व्यासशुनम् उपयामि गुरुं मुनीनां नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्. Yah, he who, swa anubhavam, self-assimilated, experienced, akhila, all around, shruti, the Vedas, saram, cream, ekam, the only one, adhyatma, transcendental, deepam, torchlight, ati tira satam, desiring to overcome, tamah andham, deeply dark material existence, samsarinam, of the materialistic mind, Karunaya, out of causeless mercy. Ah, said, Purana, supplement to the Vedas. Guhyam, very confidential. Tam, unto him. Vyasa Shunam, the son of Vyasadeva. Opyami, let me offer my obeisances. Guru, the spiritual master. Muninam, of the great sages. Narayanam, the personality of Godhead. Namaha Krita, after offering respectful obeisances. Naram cha eva, and Nara-nārāyaṇa Ṛṣi. Nara Uttamam, the supermost human being. Devim, the goddess. Sarasvatīm, the mistress of the learning. Vyasam, Vyasadeva. Tatah, thereafter. Jayam, all that is meant for conquering. Udirayet, be announced. Translation by Śrīla Prabhupada. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto him, Śuka, the spiritual master of all sages, the son of Vyasadeva, who, out of his great compassion for those gross materialists who struggle to cross over the darkest region of the material existence, spoke this most confidential supplement, the cream of Vedic knowledge, after having personally assimilated it by experience. Before reciting this, Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, which is very means of the conquest, One should offer respectful obeisances unto the personality of Godhead, Narayana, and to Nara-nārāyaṇa Ṛṣi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Sarasvatī, the goddess of learning, and unto Śrīla Vyāsadeva, the author. Purport by Śrīla Prabhupada. In this prayer, Śrīla Sutta Goswami practically summarizes the complete introduction of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is the natural supplementary commentary on the Vedānta-sūtras. The Vedānta-sūtras or the Brahma-sūtras were compiled by Vyasadeva with a view to presenting just the cream of the Vedic knowledge. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is the natural commentary on this cream. Śrīla Sukadeva Goswami was a thoroughly realized master on the Vedānta-sūtra, and consequently he also personally realized the doctrine of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. And just to show his boundless mercy upon bewildered materialistic men who want to cross completely over nescience, he recited for the first time this confidential knowledge. There is no point in arguing that a materialistic man can be happy. No materialistic creature, be he the great Brahma or an insignificant ant, can be happy. Everyone tries to make a permanent plan for happiness, but everyone is baffled by the laws of material nature. Therefore, the materialistic world is called the darkest region of the God's creation. Yet, the unhappy materialists can get out of it simply by desiring to get out. Unfortunately, they are so foolish that they do not want to escape. Therefore, they are compared to the camel who relishes thorny twigs because he likes the taste of the twigs mixed with blood. He does not realize that it is his own blood and that his tongue is being cut by the thorns. Similarly, to the materialist, his own blood is as sweet as honey, and although he is always harassed by his own material creations, he does not wish to escape. Such materialists are called karmis. Out of hundreds of thousands of karmis, only a few may feel tired of the material engagement and desire to get out of the labyrinth. Such intelligent persons are called as jnanis. The Vedānta-sūtra is directed to such jnanis. But Śrīla Vyāsadeva, being the incarnation of the Supreme Lord, could foresee the misuse of the Vedānta-sūtra by unscrupulous men, and therefore he personally supplemented the Vedānta-sūtra with the Bhagavad Purana. It is clearly said that this Bhagavatam is original commentary on the Brahma-sūtras. Śrīla Vyāsadeva also instructed the Bhagavatam to his own son, Śrīla Sukadeva Goswami, who was already at the liberated stage of transcendence. Śrīla Sukadeva realized it personally and then explained it. By the mercy of Śrīla Sukadeva, the Bhagavad Vedānta-sūtra is available for all those sincere souls who want to get out of the material existence. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is the one unrevealed commentary on the Vedānta-sūtra. Sripad Shankaracharya intentionally did not touch it because he knew that the natural commentary would be difficult for him to surpass. He wrote his Shariraka Bhasya, and his so-called followers deprecated the Bhagavatam as some new presentation. One should not be misled by such propaganda directed against the Bhagavatam by the Mayavada school. From this introductory shlok, the beginning student should know that Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is the only transcendental literature meant for those who are paramahansas and completely freed from the material disease called as malaise. The Mayavadis are envious of the personality of Godhead despite Sripad Shankaracharya's admission that Nara-nārāyaṇa, the personality of Godhead, is above the material creation. The envious Mayavadi cannot have access to the Bhagavatam But those who are really anxious to get out of this material existence may take shelter with this Bhagavatam because it is uttered by the liberated Sri Shukdev Goswami. It is transcendental torchlight by which one can see perfectly the transcendental absolute truth realized as Brahma, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. All the Vedic literatures and the Puranas are meant for conquering the darkest region of the material existence. The living being is in the stage of forgetfulness of his relation with God due to his being overly attracted to material sense gratification from time immemorial. His struggle for existence in the material world is perpetual, and it is not possible for him to get out of it by making plans. If he at all wants to conquer this perpetual struggle for existence, he must re-establish his eternal relation with God. And one who wants to adopt such remedial measures must take shelter of literatures such as the Vedas and the Puranas. Foolish people say that the Puranas have no connection with the Vedas. However, the Puranas are supplementary explanations of the Vedas intended for different types of men. All men are not equal. There are men who are conducted by the mode of goodness, others who are under the mode of passion, and others who are under the mode of ignorance. The Puranas are so divided that any class of men can take advantage of them and gradually regain their lost position and get out of the hard struggle for existence. Śrīla Goswami shows the way of chanting the Puranas. This may be followed by persons who aspire to preachers of the Vedic literature and the Puranas. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is the spotless Purana, and it is especially meant for them who desire to get out of the material entanglement permanent. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta of the Shloka number 3 and 4 of chapter 2, Canto 1, Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप तदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुक्तापतकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगणरघुनाथं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् स्वगणाललिता श्रीविशाखामृतं च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी चारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशकारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम राम
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So, this is in this shloka, what we can see is that it is stated that everyone is trying to be happy in the material world. Everyone is trying to be happy. Everyone tries to make a permanent plan for happiness, but everyone is baffled by the laws of the material nature. So, therefore, the materialistic world is called the darkest region of the God's creation. The materialistic world is called as the darkest region of the God's creation. Have I said it? Okay. So compared to, and it is like compared to the camel, who is relishing the thorny twigs because he likes the taste of the twigs mixed with the blood. So he is relishing his own blood. He does not realize that it is his own blood and that his tongue is being cut by the thorn. So this is our state. the materialistic individuals, we are trying to be happy. However, there are few individuals who think, who tend to inquire, and these are the ones who are termed as the Gyanis. So these Gyanis are the ones who then further inquire, and for them, the Vedānta-sūtra has been compiled. However, it is seen that in the current days, or even in the past, the Vedānta-sūtra is misunderstood, or it is misinterpreted. In order to avoid this misinterpretation, the compiler of the Vedānta-sūtra, Śrīla Vyāsadeva, he himself has compiled the Bhagavad Purana. So simply like trying to imagine that if we are our own self, as an author, we are trying in the beginning to write probably some story or some novel, and we will write a couple of novels, and then later on, after writing few novels, once we come back and try to reread what we have written the very first time, we will realize that there is some problem that has happened. I should not have written this, or maybe this is not well understood. I could have written it in this particular way. So eventually, when we keep on writing the same thing, or eventually when we keep on making more and more such unique presentations, we improve ourselves. And the same is the situation of Śrīla Vyāsadeva. He has compiled the Vedas, he had compiled and made the Vedānta-sūtras. And even after doing that, the story which comes later on in the first canto of Bhagavatam, which we have already read, that how Śrīla Vyāsadeva is unsatisfied. And in his unsatisfaction, he has compiled everything, but still he is unsatisfied. And at that point of time, his spiritual master comes, and he is the one who indicates him that the reason why you are unsatisfied is because you have compiled everything very beautifully, very thoroughly, but the essence is what is missing from your compilation. And that is the time, at the maturity of his peak maturity of his career, he compiles the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. And that is why here it is mentioned that what was missing, which was mentioned by Śrīla Naradev, is the aspect of bhakti, which was missing in the Vedānta-sūtras. So they gave all the aspect, how to live wonderfully, how to live healthy life, how to construct this and that, and everything to be materially very comfortable. So everything is mentioned in the Vedas and the Vedānta-sūtras, which are like a summary for the Vedas. However, the aspect of bhakti was in a hidden form, and that is the one thing which left that unsatisfaction in the heart of Śrīla Vyāsadeva, and which was directed and shown by his spiritual master. And thereafter, Śrīla Vyāsadeva compiled the pure form of glorification of the Lord, personality of Godhead. So thus he compiled the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. And like we have seen in the previous chapter as well, that it is the Guru who gives that ability when the inquirer is quite sincere. So seeing his capability, the Guru is the one who is going to impart, one becomes a Dvija. Dvija is who is ready to accept the spiritual knowledge and study the Vedas and understand the spiritual knowledge. So it is by the mercy of the Guru that we get this opportunity. And here again it is stated that once one rises to that level of Jnani, then he is the one who will be seeking the essence of the Vedānta-sūtras. So yes, there are certain unscrupulous commentaries, some deviations as mentioned, as what we have read. But that is why we have to be very, very careful, like where we are reading, what we are reading, whether it is authentic or not. And for our safety, we are really safe that Srila Prabhupada has presented everything as it is, and we have easy access to all that knowledge. And thereafter, in the next shloka, text 4, purport, it has been mentioned that all the Vedic literatures and the Puranas are meant for conquering the darkest region of the material existence. So, basically, again, reiterating the same thing, that we are so much, as souls, we are so much absorbed in this, we are so much identifying ourselves with this material nature that we altogether forget the interest of the soul. And that is why we are like in the darkest region of the material existence, so much surrounded by all the materialistic thought that we forget about identifying our real interest and trying to gain that particular knowledge. So that is why the living being is in the state of forgetfulness to his relationship with God due to his being overly attracted to this material sense gratification, and we don't even know since how long we are, into this. So it's like time immemorial. We want to so if the a soul wants to conquer this perpetual struggle for existence, what he must do, he must be re-establishing his eternal relationship with God, and that is possible through the such remedial measures like taking the shelter of the literatures, Vedas, and the Puranas. As we have seen that Puranas are the supplementary explanations for the Vedas. Initially, there was only one Veda. Then it was like segregated into 4. And then further, because Vyasadeva knew that we individuals in the Kali Yuga, even a little bit we read some half an hour ago and we'll forget everything. So he had to give us things in writing and explanations for all the things mentioned in the Vedas. So Puranas are the supplementary explanations of the Vedas intended for various kind of individuals. So even individuals with, it is going to cater to all the individuals who are in Rajogun, Sattvagun, Tamogun. It has to, like when we see in any college or in any in the class, a teacher has to cater to the needs of all her students. No, she can't say, okay, I'll teach only the extremely intelligent ones, or I'll teach only those who don't understand at all. No, she has to cater to the needs of all the individuals so that she can make them rise from their individual levels to the level of perfection of understanding that particular subject matter. That is why Vedas have to cater to needs of all the categories of individuals, whether it is the individuals in the mode of ignorance or passion, or in the mode of goodness. So the Puranas are also divided accordingly so that all can take advantage from these and then get out from the hard struggle of this material existence. And the best that is available for us by the mercy of Śrīla Prabhupada is the spotless Purana, Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. So we take shelter of this, and we will continue to take shelter of this wonderful commentary by Śrīla Prabhupada and this wonderful compilation. And now we can continue with the chanting of the